Greetings and welcome everybody to another segment of Logitech Gaming. I'm your host Logitech, and today guys, we're going to continue with the base tour, going into part 3 of what we've been doing. So basically what I'm going to be doing, guys, is making a little guide for you, for new players in general, and even some of the existing players that might have a little problem with doing survival. Survival's a tough mode of the game, not very forgiving. So and it requires a lot of time and a lot of focus into it. So what I'm trying to show you guys, do a video series on a base tour in tandem, trying to show you guys how to operate and get yourselves going, particularly with your food. It's the most important thing in the game. You gotta stay alive. You gotta stay refreshed and fed. So last episode, guys, we did the farms. I showed you guys the different levels of farms that we were, a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Okay, behind me pretty much what is a tier 3. Now what I'm going to do, because the way I got stuff, I'm going to actually clear up some of the tier levels and give you guys a comprehensive view of the way I do my tier sets for my farms and everything, and go from there. And so today is going to be a continuation on that, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys a different type of farm today. Okay, so the first one I showed you was a basic farm, lay down some dirt and get some water buckets, put your plants down and throw some water on it. The secondary farm I showed y'all guys was that semi-automated one where you built the little logic system. You needed your pump and your water chest, and you pretty much will hit a button and it will water for you. You still got to pick up, but you'll get at least automatic watering, which will save you some time and a little bit of resources and things like that. Okay, mostly time is what you're looking for. Then I showed you guys the tier 3 rotary system, which is behind me right now, which is fully automatic. And the only non-automatic issue is the fact that you got to put actual seeds and take stuff out in order for it to stay running, and then also make sure the water chest stays full. But other than that, it's pretty much automatic. So today we're going to show you another version of an automatic system that I've designed, and going to go from there. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to head on down the way. Let's grab this chair so nothing happened to it. Grab my blocks, and let's head on down to the other road. All right, and here we are. Bam, we're at the other farm, and there we go, guys. This is the other farm that I got right down the road. As y'all can see, you probably see the mechanic shop slightly from here. There you go. You can see the fire right there, but mechanic shop straight down there where I just came down from. So let's take a look outside first, man, before we get going inside. So this, guys, is my tier 3 farm. Okay, this is called a tier farm, and I'm gonna show you exactly how these work. But what we're going to do is walk around the farm, let y'all guys get a gander of what the actual farm looks like. Got a little shit over here for my little extra seeds and some other stuff like that. Just something little cool. I don't really use it. This is actually the little sheds that be sitting out here, man. I actually redid it and rebuilt it with some high-level materials and put some saws on it. And a nice little light in there. It looks really nice. I really like that. It's really cool. Okay? So this is the farm. Now, what these are called right here, guys, this is what is known as the defense farm. Defense farms are usually farms that are on the ground. They are littered with saws or cannons or whatever you can for defense, and this is exactly what it says, for defense against tote bots, hay bots, farm bots, and even tape bots. Now, I don't run tape bots down on this farm because it's on the ground. I wouldn't advise having a farm on the ground that you're going to be doing high-level fruit growth, and you're going to be attracting tape bots. That would not be a great idea. Okay, so we'll go into that later as well. So right here, guys, this is the tier 3 farm, and this is also known as a tier level farm. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by tier level farm. So we'll go ahead and open the door, keep that open for a second, and come on in, let y'all take a gander around. So this is the farm. We have 2 levels. That's why I call it a tier farm, because there are 2 levels to this particular design. There's the top, and then there's the bottom. Okay. Works in a similar fashion to the rotary, except for the actual layout and design and the actual method of how you plant and harvest is a little different. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue and go on around. So now it's going upstairs. Show you guys what's going on upstairs. So upstairs, that's downstairs, and upstairs here is a little mini kitchen. Got the main area where I do everything. The actual logic room where the control is the logic for the entire facility. I'll let y'all see that so you can back up, let y'all see that's the logic. That's the logic for this whole place. Security is over here. Lights, radio, and trash can. So when I got extra seeds and everything, stuff that I you know, and I don't want to run all the way down into the water, I just put them in here and toss them on out there, cut this on, and it'll just toss seeds out. I can do it from both ends, actually, from down there and down there. So I got two farms, one up here and one over here. Okay. So what were we growing in here before I left? All right. Okay. So we had spuds. And yeah, blueberries in this one. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys how this one works, how everything goes and what goes on. So basically what it is this. Simple system. The bottom goes first. Pickups from the top. Plant and watering at the bottom. Harvesting from the top. Okay? And we're going to get into that right now for you guys and everything. All right, y'all ready to do it? Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's see. We got water. We got that. We got that. Everything's good to go. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I have this set up where I can control each individual farm, or I can control the farms individually. Okay. So what we're going to do is check to make sure everything's on. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Those two are good right there. Those good. Okay, we're good to go. Water looks good. So we have blueberries in here and a bunch of spuds in there. So we're going to hit this button right here. Now this button right here is the button to control both of these. This button right here controls this one. This button right here controls this one. And this controls both of them at the same time. So what I like to do is do them both at the same time. So let's go ahead and open up this front deck so we can have a little better view. We'll open this up too. Hit it like that. All right, we're good to go. Let's hit it, guys. Come out the front, you can see. And this one's much slower because you have to go slow on this one because of the way the pumps are designed. And there we go. Plant and water all in once. Now, for this one, I don't have any automatic fertilizer. This particular system is a little tough to design automatic fertilizing. So what I normally have to do, guys, is actually fertilize by hand. Okay, so it means I gotta come in here, grab fertilizer, actually put it here. Come over here and do this one the same way. Take these down. Put some fertilizer up there. And then what I have to do is come in here and turn off the watering. So what I do is I'll turn off the watering here. Turn off the watering here. And then if I hit this button again, it'll do. Watch. See, no water came. Now it's just going to do fertilizer. For both of them. The system is much more complicated to build. It's a much more complicated system to build. Not as simple as a rotary system. Rotary systems, you can build them pretty quickly and pretty easily. These take a lot more resources, a lot more time to build. Now, you want to make sure when you do that, man, that you turn your watering back on because it's going to cycle. So we'll turn that back on, and then what we're going to do is take these back out and put them up like that. So that's the only problem I got to do here. I don't have, like I said, an automatic fertilizer yet. I'm going to try to figure out how to implement one in this system when I get a chance. Let's grab some more from up top. Put them in there. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to let those get growing, and then we'll be back and let you guys see what the actual raid looks like. Because there's going to be a raid here coming. As you can see, I got unauthorized farming already. There it is. There's a countdown timer. We got 8 minutes. And so these guys are going to want to come and destroy my farm. But they're not going to be able to do it. So we're going to show you guys exactly what's going on and show you guys a good little fight here. So before I do that, I don't normally take this little truck down here. This is something new I built. So I'm going to have to actually try to hide this. So let me actually put it right here. And I'll explain to you guys what all this other little stuff is around. I got a bunch of little cool stuff here. So we're going to put this right here. Let that sit there for now, and it'll be okay. And we'll be back, my friends. Jump on up here. Okay, so we'll be back in a minute once this raid gets going and show you guys what's going on. Check you in a minute. All right, guys, we're back. And we got about a minute, 2 minutes left before these guys show up in here. So as you see, I'm just sitting out here chilling, waiting for those guys to show up and everything. Just take a look at the base when it's lit up at night. And that's what the farm looks like at night, man, when it's lit up. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so we got storage here. Seeds here, seeds there, seeds there. Mixed bags, hodgepodge seeds right here. Berries, bananas, oranges, and a bunch of spuds. I got a crap load of those things. Matter of fact, let's grab some. For these guys coming up on us, they'll be here really soon. See the growth of everything looks pretty good down there. Let's go check on them. Yes, looks really nice. Growing well. Now I got some secrets I'm gonna tell you guys, some little tips that I'll tell you guys after these guys come in before the end of the video about farming. That's really key. And I think a lot of people don't know about, or have maybe noticed it, but didn't really comprehend it, or didn't really actually implement anything to take advantage of it. So let you guys know that in a minute here. So we got about a minute left, and these guys will be here in a short. The anticipation is near. Right. So guys, be right. We're gonna take a quick break. Be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're back. Just want to get some things straight. All right. There we go. Now we're good. We're good to go. Trying to build up anticipation. Come in at 2 minutes, wait around for a little bit, get you guys hyped up about the fight coming. Now remember, the more you plant, the more aggressive and the more bots you're going to get. So, good way to collect mats in this game is to do farming like I'm doing right now. Particularly like this, you'll get a lot of circuit boards and a lot of spines. Just have them and just do farming for an hour or two, then come and collect that stuff. You'll have a bunch of stuff. Good way to do it. Sorry, guys, my mouse wire was moving around. There you go. Not that many of them today. All right, a little short session. Now let's turn the farm on. Oh, watch yourself. Easy. they replanting. Oh, automatic. I didn't even have to touch it. You see that, guys? You see how easy it is to get your farming going and get your food up extremely quickly. 24 plot farm. You get three of those going. That's a lot of food. You can get going really, really quickly. Okay? Y'all guys see that? And all I had to do was sit out here and fight, and that stuff would just do on its own. Ain't got to do nothing. Hit that button, and we're done. Awesome. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is since we missed that, since we were in the fight, and then missed the pickup, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another segment in this particular video where I'm going to show you guys how this thing actually picks up the fruits and the veggies and everything. Oh, sorry, I cut myself. Come here and turn this off. There we go. So it did a new replant. So what basically happens is, guys, that when all these sensors get lit or even, this comes down, goes forward, and picks up everything. And I'll let you guys see exactly how that works right here in a minute. Okay? So we'll be back and let you guys see what that is. But that was a lot of fun. And you imagine, guys, I've had 30 or 40 bots out here, man, trying to grow food out here. It happens all the time. So it's a good way to generate a lot of mats. Okay? Oh, so before I go into that, to the other area. So here's a tip, guys, for you guys in when you're doing farming. So remember, there are different tiers to the different type of stuff that you have, to different foods. So you got level 1, level 2, and pretty much level 3. Okay. Remember, scrap mechanics is pretty much built off of a thirds issue. I don't know why I turned the light off. Probably because I thought it was getting light. So scrap mechanics is built on a thirds type of issue. Okay. Everything is built off of 3s. So the lower tier, mid-tier, and high-tier level food. So your lower tier will be your tomatoes, your red beets, and your carrots. Okay, your mid-tier foods will be what we got over here. Will be your bananas, your oranges, and your blueberries. Then your high-level fruits and foods, pineapples, and broccoli. Now, here's the deal I want you guys to understand and comprehend about farming, and you need to pay attention to this because it will help you understand why maybe certain things are taking as long as they do, or as fast as they are. So the lower level tier fruits grow much faster, okay, and usually require very little water. Tier 2 fruits grow a little longer, and they normally, if you watch a growth cycle of a fruit, okay, particularly a mid tier to high level fruit, what you would notice is that the soil itself. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Go down here. I'm gonna zoom in just so you can see what I'm talking about. So when you water a plot, this will get wet. Over time, you'll start to see this thing dry out, particularly depending on the level of food you got. If you're running these right here or anything higher level, then what's going to happen is as these sit here, the water is going to start to dry out on the plots. What you want to do is do what is known as incremental watering, where you water your plots in between the time that they're growing to keep them wet. This will help maintain the growth cycle of it. Okay, for instance, if you're growing a high tier level food like a pineapple or a broccoli, they will suck up water like it's nobody's business, and then you'll be sitting there wondering why your food hasn't grown yet, and it'll be almost ready. And the only reason it hasn't grown yet because it's out of water on the actual soil. And as soon as you throw new water on it, you see the soil is now reconstituted, and the plant will grow much quicker. So you have to keep track of these things in tandem with your fertilizer. Now, fertilizing is not an easy thing to do. It requires getting a lot of seeds and everything like that. Now, if you do runs like I do, going to the different hay bot facilities and trying to get your mats and everything, you'll get these in the chest. You get a lot of glass. You get a lot of fertilizer. You get a lot of stuff if you go run out to the facilities. But if you want to keep your fertilizer up, then you need to have seeds going, and you need to make runs. But you don't want to use them all the time and use it sparsely, particularly if you're running big farms like this, man. I'm telling you, this stuff trying to keep up with is not easy. Okay, you can see how fast it'll go when you got a big farm like that. This is a 24 plot farm. I can use 2 of those in no time. Okay, so what y'all want to keep in mind that with your lower level fruits, you can even do the lower level fruits that way too. You can incrementally water those, okay, or not. Incremental watering for each fruit tier helps that fruit to grow faster, particularly the higher level ones, the broccoli and the pineapple. Okay, those 2 in particular. All right. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to come back. Just want to give y'all that closure because that's very, very important. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys at a different time what an incremental watering system looks like, because I've built those before. Okay, now when you have an automatic system like this, an incremental water system needs to be, you need to babysit it, because you don't want the incremental water system coming over your pickup. Okay, and I'll explain that to you guys at another time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these grow out. Once they get close enough to the pickup cycle, we'll come back and I'll show you guys the actual process of how this thing picks up and does the cycle again. So much love, guys. Be right back. All right, guys, so we're back, and as you can see, it's almost the next night. This is how long these things take to grow, and the reason why it took this long this time is because I didn't put fertilizer down. But I'm going to show y'all guys exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, the soil has dried out. You can see how the water has receded way back here. That means it's drying out. If you actually sit there and watch it, you'll see the water actually go away. So these should be ready in a very, very short time. They're near ready because of how high they are. So once these pop, we should have another raid coming in, and hopefully this will be a bigger one. And I can show y'all guys a little bit more what's going on. So let's pull back a little bit and wait. Oh, and the reason why that one is running, guys, that little drill is, and the rest of them off, is because when controllers are real funny in this game. If you start a controller and you start running it and you add an extra bearing to it, okay, then what'll happen is it'll continue that cycle of rotation until it finishes. Okay, so I just want y'all to understand that the only way to stop that is to actually pull the controller, then place it back down to actually do a complete reset on it. Okay, but other than that's the reason why that one's spinning, because I added it after I added the rest of the ones, and it's going to continue to do that until it finishes the cycle. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Hopefully these things will be ready in a minute, man. It takes a long time to grow. That's why you use fertilizer. But sometimes if you're just chilling like I am, you don't really need to worry about it. So we're definitely going to have another raid coming. So y'all got to be cognizant of that. When you're running stuff like this, man, remember, it takes a long time. Goes to the next day, you got another raid to worry about. And so if you log out and you're not ready and you log back in, I'm telling you right now, the timer doesn't show up when you log back in. So you're not going to know that you're in a raid. So you want to be cognizant that you left the raid before you logged out. Don't ever try, just the tip, don't ever log out the game while you're in a raid. Okay, because what'll happen, the game is glitchy. And what'll happen is when you log back in, the raid timer won't show. And you won't even know that you had a raid coming. And it's happened to me on plenty of occasions. So these guys should be ready in a minute, man. It's taking a while here. And I could do an incremental water on it, but one of the problems with this system, you gotta be really careful with it, that if you get this thing going right here and that goes, it can get behind it and it can just be a serious problem. So there's a little trick to using this system. So you just gotta be really cognizant of what you're doing. And I will explain to you guys why this is doubled up top later. Okay, that's to stop a serious issue, and I'll explain that to you guys in another video. It might actually happen while I'm sitting here. I'm not going to say anything about it. I just want it to happen because I want that to be seen by people, and particularly those out there that like to shield for the company. You know what I'm saying? I have no problems with game companies. Understanding making games is hard. It is. That's understandable. But if you're going to sit there and have a game sitting in early access like Axelot has, and then you're not giving feedback, and then not using, taking note on the feedback of what's going on, then that's a problem. Okay, here we go, guys. So they're starting to pop. See, look at that. They're all starting to pop. Now watch what happens. Let's go to the front. See that? Then they go back. And start over. Automatic. Didn't have to touch nothing. And there it is, guys. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to run this last little raid, let you guys see these guys coming through. We got 43 seconds. We're going to run it, and then we're going to end the video there, guys, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to give you guys some more tips and tricks to keep yourself alive within survival mode. All right, let's get ready to do it. Hopefully these guys are being much more of a gang, because normally they be in 15, 20 of them out here, man. I'll be having a ball. Also, I'm going to teach you guys how to fight these guys in droves. You don't always need your weapons. Weapons are chump. darts. You can use them at times, but I like to use my hammer, okay, and knock the heck out of these guys and show them what's really up, okay, particularly if you know what you're doing. So we're going to show you guys how to handle these guys. 3, 2, 1. Come on with me. All right, they're not in droves today, but that's fine. All right, let's go get those guys. Come on over here. Over here. Come on. I was trying to see how long the system could last off. Good, here we go. Ooh, close. Come on, what you got? Come on. Oh, he got me. Lot of fun. There we go, guys. And that's how you do it. You're going to get hit a couple of times. That's okay, as long as you don't die. And that's a defense farm for you guys. That's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. And there you guys go. So we're going to go in here and turn this off. Settle down everything. And there you go, guys. Much love to y'all guys for joining me and taking time out and spending time with me on Scrap Mechanic Survival. And I enjoy showing you guys some of the incredible creations that I built here and everything. I have a lot of fun with this game, man. I got over 4,000 hours in this game. I'm going to be definitely putting in more for you guys, okay? Particularly, I love it, okay? Even though the game has a lot of problems, and I will be speaking on those, don't you worry, okay? And I'm not going to have a lot of fans when I start doing that, okay? Because I'm not one of these guys out here that really cares about what people's feelings are, because facts don't care about your feelings. I'm about what's correct and what's not. So I'm going to give you guys a skinny on about this game and everything. But, yeah, I absolutely love this game, and I want to see it succeed. I want the company to succeed. But when the company sits there and treats its user base like it's trash, then we got a serious problem. Anyway, much love to you guys. Join me on the next episode of Logitech Gaming, where we'll continue the base tour. And hope you guys are learning something and enjoying yourselves. Peace out, and talk to you soon.